Hey everyone, it's Michael. Welcome back to the Round No.1 YouTube channel. It's been a minute, but we're back in business and diving headfirst into the latest in pro wrestling. I got a mountain of notes from past events, but today we're keeping it current because the present is where the heat is. Now, let's talk about fairness in wrestling contracts. Fans keep asking about non-complete clauses and fair competition. Here's the truth. Those terms are smoke and mirrors. WWE and AEW classify talent as independent contractors. That means they can't legally block someone from working elsewhere, especially when $1 million deal can vanish in 30 days. That's not job security, that's the business. Now, Andrade's AEW return, then disappearance. He popped back up during Dynamite's 6-year anniversary, but hasn't been seen since. According to Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, AEW thought Andrade was cleared to appear. WWE disagreed, sending a letter saying he's still under a non-complete. So the word is Andrade signed complete, no complete clause when he returned to the WWE at the 2024 Royal Rumble. So yes, he'll be back on AEW TV, but not just yet. Okay, so moving forward, let's talk about John Cena's final match. It's happening on December 13th, 2025. It's happening at the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. during a special edition of Saturday night's main event, streaming exclusively on Peacock, not NBC. That raises questions for international fans. Will it air on Netflix or YouTube like past specials? No confirmation yet. The WWE hasn't revealed Cena's opponent and fan theories are flying, but let's be real. WWE locks these decisions in months ahead. They're not crowdsourcing this. The match is in DC, not Boston, and it's behind a paywall. Why? Because WWE's priority is revenue, not sentiment. Pre-sales opened Wednesday. Over 58,000 people flooded Ticketmaster, 3 times the arena's capacity. Cheapest ticket, $200. VIP packages, over $10,000. So why not book a stadium? That's the $1 million question. WWE has been hyping Cena's retirement since late 2024. Not going stadium level feels like a missed opportunity, and you better believe TKO shareholders are watching. If they're not happy, TKO will be apologizing fast. Let's talk about WWE and WWE going global, especially with WrestleMania 43 landing in Saudi Arabia. So Nick Khan spoke at Joy Forum explaining the move. The WWE strategy is clear. Global expansion through local partnerships. They've been working with Turkey Al-Sheikh and the Saudi government for 8 years now. Royal Rumble 2026 and WrestleMania 2027 will be the first time those events leave North America. WWE's partnership aligns with Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030, which is a national initiative to diversify the economy beyond oil. That includes boosting tourism, entertainment, and tech. WWE reportedly earns $50 million annually for these events, with even bigger payouts rumored for the upcoming Royal Rumble and Mania. Nick Khan is delivering serious value to the shareholders, and this deal could stretch well beyond the original 10-year agreement. Now, the bottom line is WWE is playing the global game, and it's all about capital creation. Whether it's Cena's farewell or Saudi Arabia's mega deals, the goal is clear. Maximize impact, monetize spectacle, and keep shareholders smiling. Now, Vince McMahon survives car crash and walks into court like a boss. On the same day, the wrestling world mourned the death of Hulk Hogan in July 2025. Former WWE owner Vince McMahon was involved in a serious car accident. No injuries were reported, but Barbara Dolan, CEO of BD8 Capital Partners, called it, and I quote, a horrific crash, and said she was lucky to survive. I talked about this on Round No.1 about 4 months ago, so you can check our YouTube channel on if you like more details on this report. Now, let's fast forward to, I believe yesterday, Vince hits the courthouse. So TMZ reported that Vince was granted entry into a pretrial rehabilitation program for reckless driving. The deal: stay out of trouble, donate $1,000 to charity, follow traffic laws, and the charges will vanish by October 2026. Vince's attorney, Mark Sherman, told TMZ, and I quote, "It was good news. Not every car accident is a crime. The judge agreed he deserved this dismissal, and we're grateful for that." Now, let's talk about Vince's entrance. There's a video of him arriving in the courthouse, greeted by a small group of fans, or as CM Punk would say, stalkers. They asked for autographs. Vince obliged. And then at 80 years old, he walked up the stairs unassisted. No cane, no help, just Vince being Vince. Everybody's got an opinion on how he looked walking. So let me tell you mine. I don't know a single 80-year-old who gets out of a car solo and climbs stairs like that. Vince is walking like a man half his age. Say what you want about the guy, but physically he still got it. Now, moving on, Booker T dropped truth about WWE's developmental clock, and Drako Knox fires back. So Booker T recently spoke on the WWE developmental system, and he didn't sugarcoat it. His message: you've got 2, maybe 2.5 years to prove yourself. If you don't show main roster potential fast, you're out. SummerSlam and WrestleMania ain't waiting for anyone. Now, Drako Knox responded on Twitter, X, and he didn't hold back. Drako Knox is a former WWE developmental talent who got released last week, I believe. So Knox said he always gave 100%, never got bad feedback, and made an impression every time. But he agreed with Booker on one thing: if creative doesn't see anything for you, you got 2.5 years max. Before I dive deeper, let me give Booker T his flowers. This man has evolved from world champion, from wrestler to world champion to trainer, analysis, promoter, and mentor. He's a pillar of the WWE family in my eyes, and I believe WWE will take care of him for life. And I'm actively campaigning for Booker to be part of TKO Boxing. He's got the passion, the knowledge, and the charisma to elevate that brand. Now let's talk about Drako Knox and the NXT system. I don't think Knox ever got a fair shot on NXT TV. NXT was supposed to be a developmental showcase for performance center talent, but lately it's become a spotlight for a selected few. Look at Stephanie Vaquer, 7 months in NXT, and she's already Raw Women's Champion. Meanwhile, Trick Williams has been grinding in NXT for years, became the TNA World Champion, still hasn't been called up. He's ready, he's earned it, but the creative timeline doesn't apply equally. So what's going on? It's not about talent, it's about visibility. If creative doesn't see you, you're invisible. Healthy, hungry, and still stuck in developmental, that's not on the wrestler, that's on the system. I ask this every week while watching Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. When will creative be held responsible for his decisions? Because cutting promising talent without giving them a platform isn't just bad business, it's bad storytelling. Now, moving on, let's talk about Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland is injured, released, and left in limbo. So in late September, Ridge Holland suffered a serious injury during a match against Moose at a TNA taping in Edmonton. He underwent surgery on October 3rd. Days later, Holland announced via social media that WWE will not be renewing his contract, which expires on November 14th. So WWE is covering his rehab, but only on the medical side. His guarantee pay ends when the contract His guaranteed pay ends with the contract, leaving him unable to work for the next 6 months. Holland, who has 5 children, is now facing a tough financial stretch. He called his WWE run, and I quote, blighted by misfortune, end quote, but remains grateful for the experience. He plans to launch an online coaching business while recovering. Now, the situation, I find the situation infuriating, and here's why. WWE has the right to extend contracts when talent gets injured. It's standard practice. If you're hurt, time gets added to your deal and you keep getting paid while you rehab. That's how it should have gone for Ridge Holland. Instead, WWE let the clock run out. No extension, no pay past November 14th. That's not just a missed opportunity. It's a failure to protect one of their own. Ridge gave everything to the company, and now he's sidelined with no income and no family and a family to support. So, hopefully Ridge has enough saved to get through rehab, feed his family, and bounce back. Whether it's with AEW, TNA, or his own coaching venture, he deserves a second chapter. But WWE should have done better. This isn't about contracts. It's about loyalty, responsibility, and doing right by the people who put their bodies on the line. Now, about NXT, let's stay on NXT for a little while longer. So this next topic, let's talk about Halloween Havoc. Halloween Havoc just got a little more twisted. Tatum Paxley is your new #1 contender. So this past Tuesday on NXT, Paxley outlasted a stacked battle royal featuring talent from both NXT and TNA. The win wasn't clean cut. It came with a chaotic assist from her calling teammate, Izzy Dame, who launched the wild clothesline that took out Jordan Grace and herself, leaving Paxley as the last woman standing. Now, here's where things get interesting. I've been saying privately for weeks, Tatum Paxley is being groomed for a main roster jump. Stephanie Vaquero already made that leap. Julia was next, but WWE Creative fumbled that one hard. We'll save that rant for another day. As for Paxley, her in-ring work is solid. Her presentation, that's where WWE is playing chess. The heavy makeup, the eerie vibe, I think it's intentional. If you only watch NXT 2.0, you wouldn't know how striking Paxley is under all of that. But check out her Instagram. You'll see her natural look. And to me, that's primetime material. WWE is clearly building towards a grand reveal, a transformation that will flip the switch and make her a main roster magnet. So the seeds have already been planted. She's got momentum. She's got storyline potential. She's got a fraction in the calling that's ready to move as a unit. And now she's got Lyra Valkyria, her old friend, celebrating with her after the win. But don't let the smiles fool you. There is no heat between Paxley and Izzy Dame yet. But Lyra, that could be a different story waiting to unfold. WWE is setting the stage for a layered rivalry. Lyra could be the catalyst for Paxley's full transformation into her prime version. So let's play prediction time. Tatum Paxley will win the NXT Women's Championship at Halloween Havoc. The culling starts creeping towards the main roster, and Lyra Valkyria, she's either the spark or the obstacle in Paxley's rise. Either way, the story is about to get real. Now, let's slow things down, talk about a heartbreaking loss in the wrestling world. Katsumi Sasazaki has passed away. Rosie Ogawa, who you know is the creator of Stardom, and he now runs his own new wrestling promotion, Marigold, which is about, I believe, like 2 years old now, or 1.5 years old. Anyways, Rosie Ogawa confirmed the devastating news. The body of referee Kazumi Sasazaki was found after a bear attack near a hot springs facility in Kitakami, Itaue Prefecture. Sasazaki had gone missing, and now the worst has been confirmed. So his final match took place in a marigold ring. He was described as a quiet, dedicated professional who came up through all Japan women's pro wrestling. Sasazaki was respected by those who work with him and loved by his two young daughters, which he leaves behind. He was scheduled to appear at the Shinkiba show, but never made it. Rossi shared that they parted without exchanging a single word. And Rossi says that silence now echoes with grief. So may Katsumi Sasazaki rest in peace. This is a tragic reminder how fragile life is, even for those who dedicate themselves to the ring. So to close out today's report, let's talk about the World Heavyweight title picture on Monday Night Raw. As for Seth Rollins, I'll believe it's real when he vacates the title. Until then, it's all smoke and mirrors. Now let's talk about Braun Breaker. WWE needs to pump the brakes. Like, to me, it seems like they're going to be fast tracking him to a world title run right now, and I think that's risky. He's only been in Seth's crew for 6 months. Fans haven't bought in yet, and they're not supposed to. He's still cooking. As the old saying goes, if you rush the dish, it comes out raw. This is what I think is ready. The dish. These are the dishes where I think is ready to be served to the fans. That's fully cooked. And one dish is a CM Punk run with the World Heavyweight Championship. Number 2 would be heel LA Knight as the World Heavyweight Champion against CM Punk. Or even CM Punk and heel LA Knight, CM Punk as champion in the LA Knight feud. So I think it's even hotter. Like Braun Breaker, not yet. Not believable for 2026 Royal Rumble win. He needs time, layers, and a solo arc that actually builds him up to become a World Heavyweight Champion. And what's going on with Bronson? WWE is already making him second fiddle to Breaker, and that's a mistake. Bronson's got the size, the presence, and the potential to stand on his own, but right now, he's being booked like a sidekick. That's not how you build stars. That's how you bury momentum. So here's my final thought. If WWE wants to build a new generation of main eventers, they need to stop rushing the process. Let Breaker earn it. Let Bronson breed. And if Seth's reign is really ending, then give us a title picture that's built on heat, not hype. Okay, so that ends today's upload to the Round No.1 YouTube channel. I'm back after 3 months. I hope to be here weekly, if not daily. This is Michael, and I'll see you soon.